atu e ho ma, nau ma, hara mai, piki mai, kake mai. Ki te whakaata Māori, mo te kemu nui, Palmerston North High School, up against Napier boys. And this is going to be one heck of a game, coming to you as part of our Kaupapa Māori Active, which is highlighting rangataki sport and bringing our people together through sport, the fabric of our community. Nei te me. Joining us today for this wonderful clash between these two proud kura is Mere Baker, former Kiwi Fern, and New Zealand Sevens player Te Tuhine Tēnā koe.
Oh, talofa lava ole, ingoa o mere. Happy Samoan Language Week. This is going to be a great battle between two really historic teams.
Well, let's get a little look as the teams come out. We'll go back and have a look at some footage of the Palmerston North Boys High School. We caught up with them earlier in the week.
When the pulse and banner's on the line, everyone just lifts. All the boys, I talked to them about it. They really want this. We all want this, and I'm sure Napier want it as well. For this next match, I'm expecting it to be real rough, real hard. Napier boys are just going to give us a good go, just expecting a hard game. What we need to work on is getting to space more and executing our plays, and I feel like we can do real good if we execute. It means heaps. I remember it was 2019 when all the school ran out on the field, and it was actually just amazing to watch. And I really want that to happen again, and it's just a good feeling.
From this match, I guess we expect a lot of passion, a lot of intensity from Napier boys. We're expecting a big challenge up front. Yeah, and just a big crowd. It's a big occasion for both schools. Okay, so we want to be working hard off the ball into position early. What does that allow us to do? It's just going to be a match, I think, full of intensity and full of school pride. And yeah, we're just hoping for a good performance. We played Gisborne last week. And we were okay in patches. We worked this week a little bit on being a little bit more patient in possession, and trying to make sure when we create opportunities we're a bit more clinical in finishing them.
Well, there's our visiting team from Palmerston North as we see the two squads coming out. Look, it's such a rivalry here, and of course for the Napier Boys High School team, they're celebrating their 150th Jubilee. So people have come from near and far to be part of the action as we await the haka. We'll get the team list to you as well, but we'll certainly go and total these young men as they display their kura pride. Well, that's the haka, but you've got to be a little bit wary of letting these two teams come together. I know there's a lot of motion in there, but as you can see, a couple were almost squaring off there. Hoianoa, this is an important match in the 150th year of the Napier Boys High School as we check out their squad for today. Their haka led by their hooker today, Tyrone Crystal Emere. Your thoughts on the lineup here for Palmerston North today?
Yeah, Luavai again, the head boy. First time ever a Pacifica for head boy for Palmerston North, so I'd love to see him getting around the paddock as well. But we've got to look at our 9 and 10 combination. Edwards and Carpenter, both touch players as well. So some real slick skills there.
Kia ora, this is Crystal, of course, will be hooking here for Napier Boys High. Ratcliffe is the captain today, and Sam Cathavong is the vice captain. Both of them come with some good credentials and in good form. But I tell you what, Palmerston North come here intent on upsetting the party, crashing the party. There was a big gathering of ex-students last night, a mix and mingle. There's a dinner planned as well. So they've come from near and far to be back at Napier Boys High School. It's a proud school that opened in 1872. As you can see, a wonderful crowd on hand. Glorious day for rugby, and we're looking forward to some great action here in the 70 minutes ahead. Part of the Māori Active kaupapa, wanting to keep more of our rangatahi involved in sport once they leave Kura. And we're about to get underway. Our referee today is Sheldon Eden Faitiri, and it is Palmerston North playing left to right in the white strip from our commentary end here. We're facing the west today, broadcasting from the eastern side of Napier Boys High School. And there's the first kick, it's shadowed there by Fletcher Carpenter. The first line out of the afternoon coming up here. And it's going to be a tough tussle as both these two forward packs sort each other out. But we'll just see where this takes us. First line out of the afternoon. Yeah,
you want to make sure that first line out is a good one. Nice and straight. Get it right to the backs if you need to. Suss out the back line straight away.
Good ball down from Liam Powell. Spinning wide early on, Palmerston North. Had a good victory last week against Gisborne. Good defence here from Napier. They're full of intent at the moment. They know just how important it is to do well. Great delivery here from Carpenter. And nice little fun up downtown. So just going tit for tat. And another one sends the ball deep. Beautiful hands on the far side of the field. That's Joel Russell. Now back on the inside. Straight and run. Now the forwards will get in behind here. That's Cathavong, the vice captain, and the first penalty of the afternoon. Yeah, not releasing there. And that's pretty important there, is make sure that first arriving roles and responsibility is releasing the player. As you can see, he's just not releasing on the guy on the ground. So there it is, penalty. By the referee, letting both squads know his expectations here this afternoon. Great to have you along here on Pawhakata Māori. Pleasure to be bringing you the action here. As you can see, the track in great nick for this clash today on the halfway line. It's Napier with the line out. Yeah, they've got some tall timbers in there as well, and they've talked to the coaches, and they play a very forward-orientated game, but again going to the back line. Russell then to Thomas. Chiming in from the back comes Stabblecorn to the halfway line. Need to protect the ball. Down the right edge. Just settling themselves down here for the work ahead. So Napier boys. And there's a little knock on, a fundamental mistake there. Number 5, Jeff Donald Chanley is there. But the scrum to be packed down here. And it'll be a Palmerston feed, Palmerston North. Yeah, just a little bit of nerves there. This is a big occasion, the Jubilee, for the Jubilee weekend, really, we could say. But just a little bit of nerves there. Just got to settle themselves into the game and really get their continuity, because that's what Napier boys actually run off, phases and continuity. Well, they've got to control the football, don't they, to get the benefit of multiple phases. They've got plenty of tall timber, as you mentioned, and a lot of skillful players in the inside backs. Let's see how they work this first scrum as they come together. Two young packs of forwards just sorting each other out at the moment. And we've got some wonderful coaches on both sides. So, you know, we've got some maestros, Brandon Ratcliffe, founder of the rugby side. If any coaches out there want to see some rugby side with some technical information, that's a place where to go. Kia ora, just packing the scrum down. Look at the wonderful crowd that have gathered here to support the home team. And we're packing down on the halfway line, about 10 in from the far side of the field. Scrum feed for Palmerston North. They come away with the football as well.
Yeah, looks like it's gone down in that front row there. Here it is. It's lots of pressure applied there on the prop. And he just seems to slip on the right-hand side. So Brown there just seems to slip, giving the penalty away. Good advantage here for Palmerston boys anyway.
So I'm looking forward to the work of the half. Tyler Edwards, he comes with some good credentials. And, of course, after their win last week against Gisborne, of course, there's some great teams involved in the Super 8 competition, which is the pinnacle of this area's secondary school rugby. And Māori Television will be carrying a number of the games in the weeks to follow. So it's a Palmerston North throw, but it's the home team, Napier, who come up with the football. They just want to settle it down now through the middle, although they're looking a bit expansive now. The pop back on the inside is retrieved, and now the forwards come and muscle around, waiting for it as Russell, there's a breakthrough. Beautiful run. What a skillful effort. It's Adam Curran, and the crowd erupts too. Why wouldn't they? Adam Curran did all the work himself. Paidoatu, and he's in to score down beneath the poe. Beautiful run from Curran. Outstanding.
Oh, wasn't that fantastic? It all started way back there, just over the 22. A good ruck here, and looks like they didn't have the defence sorted there with their posts or their posts. And he just picked it up and put some teddy on it and just went as hard as he could. There he goes, steps off the left. Misses the tackle, a crucial tackle missed there. And he just kept on putting that speed on.
He's a talent, isn't he? Adam Curran streaking away. The Odenrine tried desperately to get at him. So did Fletcher Carpenter. But I tell you what, it sort of broke from nothing. And the first real opportunity for the home team. And right in front of the post makes it pretty straightforward here for Luke Thomas to add the extras. Napier get off to a flying start.
Yeah, pretty easy fun out there. So it's an easy kick for Napier. And, we are working on are playing for the Palmerston banner as well, which is one of the oldest inter-school rugby trophies in New Zealand. So it's been around since 1907.
Well, as I say, these teams have got a lot of rivalry built up over many, many decades. The restart here for Sam Coles, getting Palmerston North underway. They'll recognise that they've just got to be a bit tighter in their defensive work. So now, hustling for the ball. Brown comes out onto the boot at the back there. That's Thomas, who sends it flying downtown. In the end, controlled, but a little bit sloppy at the back there this time around for Palmerston North. The kick, though, is good, heading towards the touchline. Commentary side of the field, a lovely little step. And then the offload as well. Here they come flying. This is Kevin Thong, the pickup. Oh, Napier playing a brilliant style of footy at the moment. And now just outside the 22. They'll cop a penalty, but gee, they're looking good with ball in hand.
Yeah, it's a beautiful right back from the 22, and they got away here. He's just holding on to the ball there, but unlucky. But those are the laws of the game, unfortunately.
Well, it's great to have you along too, Mede. Plenty of experience, Mede, with your rugby career. Obviously playing a lot for New Zealand, and then you spent a better part of a decade around all parts of the world sharing your love of rugby with other countries.
Yep, I did a little bit of time in Ireland and USA. A lot of coaching everywhere, and loved it. Japan. So I've been very, very lucky. Very lucky.
Well, it's great to have you here in the commentary position. Mede Howes from this part of town too, or this part of Aotearoa, from Kakanguni. So it's great to be home for her as we see Palmerston North now just starting to work their way. They'll just settle things down after conceding that try to Curran. And it was a wonderful try too. Off the boot here goes O'Connor. Allowed to bounce at the back. Stubblecorn gets hold of the ball. Makes a half a break. In fact, converts that into more. Well, Napier looking as though they're willing to give it a go. Tennant from the far touch. Some solid play at the moment here. And their Jubilee weekend at Napier. So the backs come in to deliver the ball. This one's gone backwards. Referee even fighted it, says, well, I'm okay with that. And that one he won't be. And the knock-on scrum feed, it'll be Palmerston North in good field position to mount a challenge.
Yeah, Palmerston North are doing a rush defence as well, so they're right in the faces of Napier boys. And, you know, that pressure sometimes, you take the eye off the ball and it just goes to the ground. But I am liking the way Napier are playing. They're playing fast, they've got continuity, and they've got some phases going.
Well, and we've got confidence in each other, haven't they? You know, their set pieces, getting them underway to a good start, but they've also got some fluidity in their backline movements. Yes, their hands might have let them down a couple of times, but the willingness to be expansive is putting a good mark on the game early on. But here come Palmerston North. They don't want it to be one-sided at all, and down the right edge. This is a wonderful run. This is Tag O'Connor. He steps back on the inside, O'Connor, and he's just a few metres out. This is Palmerston's best opportunity so far, delivered up by Edwards. Numbers out the left-hand side. Standing in there is Louis Ave, and then the ground goes Odenrine, the skipper, but it's picked up by Napier. And there's an indiscretion here, will be asked to come back. That was good, fluid play again too from Palmerston North.
Yeah, we talked to the coaches earlier. They said they love moving the ball around quickly and those rucks nice and quick. And that is exactly what Palmerston North did there, and O'Connor just belted it down that right-hand side.
Well, you mentioned that Napier pride themselves on their forward work and momentum, but at the moment certainly giving the ball some air and some width too. But now they have a chance to slot for 3. 7-0, 10 gone, 35-minute halves here in the Super 8 rugby. And expect more to come too in the months and years ahead for Māori Active. A big push on to encourage our rangatahi and indeed all of us to be more active. And in the times ahead, we'll be bringing more sport, some basketball, some hockey as well, and featuring some of our best rangatahi in high school competitions.
Yeah, and that's included the Equity for Women as all the girls as well. And it's fantastic to see this initiative by Māori TV to really capitalize everybody.
Well, here's Sam Coles. He makes no mistake from right in front. As you can see, it's a glorious day down here in Napier today, the Art Deco capital of New Zealand. And I'll tell you what, there's plenty of artistics and flair and skill on show here this afternoon as these two teams do battle. So there we are, 7 points to 3. Now, I know that we don't like to talk of favourites, Mede Baker, but certainly with the reunion and Jubilee on, the home team, the home crowd, you'd have to think that Napier would come in feeling pretty good about their chances here this afternoon.
Yeah, well, they've won the last 2 as well, and, you know, they've got a little bit of a mantra, the ladder to manhood. So Napier boys, so they want their, right from the day dot, they get to Napier boys to continue playing rugby. So sustainability for their program is huge.
Jeff Donald Chanley climbs high to get it as the ball has gone loose. It's flicked back by Edwards, scrambled for Carpenter over the back here now and getting under pressure out wide. The defence sliding across. Sam Cunthorne, the vice captain, but now it's Napier in possession. They'll just want to settle things down and get the forwards into work. There's some tough play going on at the moment. It's Liam O'Connor. O'Connor getting in for Palmerston North, wanting the ball. It won't be his though. Napier settling themselves. Oh, it's brutal in the middle at the moment. And they'll keep it in the forwards too. Playing it tight at the moment, the home team. Scrambling for the ball is Carpenter. And here's a penalty going the way of the visitors.
Yeah, he just lost his support there. Like, he was a little bit too slow, the support there. But, you know, Katapai, they got there, they're going forward, they're going both ways, which is really going to stretch the defence. I'd like them to get over the advantage line with those forwards as well, and that's their main goal for that.
Well, the Kaiwa, while the referee, Sheldon Eden, fights it, is keeping good control at the moment. That was Tasman Swana, working hard. As we see now, the opportunity for Palmerston North coming on down. Great to see. You can see all the ex-students. Not the Wahine, of course.
Oh, look at that. That kick's amazing. They're right just outside the 22 there. That's a very long kick. That's good advantage for Palmerston boys. I would like to see them to go wide here because they've got some speed out there.
7-3 scoreline here. It's Palmerston North climbing high is the lock that Quinstermy, but it ends up in the hands here of Napier, and here's another scintillating run, and it's just a final tag who pulls to ground, CJ Mearney. But still some momentum here for the Sky Blues. They want the ball back. Can they get it? Well, scrambling hard is Palmerston North. There's the ball. It finally emerges into the hands of Russell. Russell gets some support and popping it back, but it looks to me as though there'll be an opportunity here for Palmerston North. But have a look at this run by CJ Mearney. He slices them open.
Yeah, he does a big foot off the left-hand arm and just puts a speed on there. Gets clipped there a little bit, gets up again and has another go. Fantastic.
Skillful young player. Now, the Nonoke getting set down here at the moment. Feed the scrum, you can hear it in the background too. There's your scoreline, 14 gone, 7-3. You're watching Whakaata Māori. Coverage of the 2022 Super 8 Rugby. Today from Napier, and the big downtowner. Huge meter eater. It's tapped back on the inside. Did Stablecorn get to it? Maybe he didn't. Now diving for it is Tate O'Connor. Here's a big chance. Who will come up with the football? Palmerston North fancy their chances, and the big guys come at it. Here's Logan Wallace. And Logan Wallace gets across the line, but it's held up as the call from the Kaiwawao. Well, back it up. What a kick downtown that was, though.
Oh, what a beautiful kick that was. And O'Connor making sure his kick chase counts, picks it up.
Right, Miharo.
And then Wallace tries to get it over the line, just held up there. Some great defence there by Napier boys to get underneath to stop the try.
Well, we can't go to the bunker of the TMO or whatever. We're just going to make the call here from the referee. Eden fighted it. But look at this one. Clever, smart play. Is it going to stick? Yes, says the Kaiwawao. Well, tell me about that one to the captain, Odin Ryan. You don't see it very often, but a little sleight of hand at Palmerston North make Napier pay.
Oh, you talk about Rārangi ki waho. There it is right there. He just puts it in. He's got to make sure that goes over the line. He's just sitting there. Odin Ryan straight in there.
Tino, Pino meaning try a homa. Have a look at it. Have they worked this one out at training or what? It doesn't just come to be by accident. They're saying if they're not looking, we're cooking. Yeah. And so they're in to score. And that's exactly what Palmerston North needed as well. So the conversion from out, well, that was clever play, wasn't it? But what about the downtown kick? The meter eater. It just got him right into position. And as I say, a bit of sleight of hand was all it took.
Yeah, you know, you always go look at your set pieces. Your set pieces get you the extra edge, your 1%ers, and that's what he did right there. Now we've just got to see if the whanau is going to be able to get that over the posts.
Well, that's what's ahead of the talented Sam Coles. We've got him in shot here. Odin Ryan, clever play. And Palmerston North looking to add the extras. 8-7 at the moment. This one coming around. She's deadly. That's what the doctor wanted. That's what he ordered. And Palmerston North take the lead for the first time in the game.
Yeah, Miharo, that's definitely a brilliant kick there. You know, we talked Lafemi Murphy beforehand. He talked about his electric backline. He talked about how they wanted to go wide, how they're going to keep it alive, and that's what they've done.
Well, this will spark Napier, though, although there seems to be an enthusiasm in the work at the moment. This is Tyrone Crystal pushing forward, but close to the touchline, bundled out on the far side. Good crowd and the stands that they've created, some temporary stands across here on the eastern side as well. There's even a couple of trailer loads of firewood. Did you notice them out there as well, Mitty?
Yeah, there's bagpipes going. There's a real festival activity going around. There's drums. There's people with face painting as well. This is a real occasion, that's for sure.
So here's another set for the Nunuke. And it's John Russell to feed. This is right on the halfway line. Good scrum here from Palmerston North. And they will get the opportunity, I suspect, because of the knock-on at the base of the scrum.
Oh, what a nonoke. That was fantastic. They just pushed really hard, got them over the line. They're set properly. They're good technique there, back straight. And they'd worked as a team there. So that was miharo.
Paituatu. Okay, let's sit it down. And of course, through the course of our coverage here on Māori Active, we'll be interweaving with our Māori. It's not a lesson until our Māori, it's a celebration of our reo, and it's part of the whole effort by Māori television and other Māori broadcast entities to normalise our beautiful reo. So over time, we'll be incorporating more and more kupu Māori, and you can too come for the ride. That's what this is all about. Here we go with Palmerston North, very expansive once again. Nice little step two from the fullback. Continues to impress Sammy Coles. And now it's set up for the halfback, Edwards. It's a tight tussle here as we come up towards the 20-minute mark. Here it's Super 8 Rugby. But the penalty, midfield for the home team.
Yeah, Sturmy just getting caught there. Like, nice low tackle there. And then he just went over top. The issue there is they went too far back and not go forward.
Te Fiu Harmone. Te Kupu. Away te kaupapa. Here for Napier. Samrafutu Zahuriri. Papai Odu for Palmerston North. There's another Palmerston down in the bottom of the South Island. And that's how come Palmerston North got to carry its name. 120 years old, the school. Now Napier with it about 10 metres out from the try line as Russell feeds a little show and go, and beautiful run again from Napier, setting the stage here. Mene Baker now with the chances, they work it wide. Here come Napier on the boil. Palmerston North are going to have to really stump up and be stoic in their defence and their work, and they're still going. Napier towards the line. Will they get across? It's full of intent, and now the big back rower comes in. The skipper, Ratcliffe's on the boil. He can't get through this time. Has there been a turnover? We'll wait and see. No, still in control. Sky Blues just a metre away. They just need to maintain their focus and momentum and control the football. Still in possession at the moment, Napier. They opt to go down the right edge and look for a chance down the right wing. The ultimate wing where the dive is in or out, that's the question. And referee Sheldon Eden Faitiri says that that's okay, and it's scored down the right edge. We're thinking it's CJ Mene. We'll just check that on our replay as well. Wasn't that great work, though? They got right into zone and then chanced their hand. Not much room to work with down the right side, Mene, but they come up trumps.
Yeah, as you can see, the forwards did the work here. They looked at a scan and the right was open there. A good hapu maka as well, and it just stretches out on that right-hand edge.
Well, to be honest, for you at home, the white numbers on the light blue can sometimes be a little bit hard to pick up. So if we get the odd name wrong, please cut us some slack. While they're on the boil, sometimes white numbers on light blue are difficult to pick up. It's a bit more straightforward for Palmerston North here today, but that certainly was a great try down the right edge.
Yeah, good phase play.
That one was swinging across the face of the goalmouth. Luke Thomas unable to convert. Still interesting scoreline here, 12-10.
Yeah,
so the try scorer
could be Ketavong or Mini.
We'll do our best. We'll check with them later, no doubt. So it's Jubilee Week, and it's Māori Television bringing you Super 8 Rugby for the very first time. It's not the first game in the tournament. That was played last week. Palmerston North beat Gisborne, but we'll be bringing you a lot to do. A boys high, Hamilton, Tauranga. It's a wonderful kaupapa that's been going, well, for 25 years or so now. These young guys, obviously, wanting to create opportunities going forward. Not all of them will end up playing pro ball, though plenty from Napier have. Bumped into Stu Forster last night. It was great to see. Of course, from Hawke's Bay, then down to Otago. All Blacks played a dozen or so games, Stu. Just one of the notable rugby alumni from this school. As we see Palmerston North with the football now, and with a bit of purpose too, as the skipper Odenryan takes it forward. Again, looking for this expansive attitude. Sam Coles chipping over the top, looking to link up with O'Connor. His opposite number, Drinkrow, comes up with the football and will be called back here.
Yep, we'll be looking at. They look as though they were offside there. Carpenter must have seen them just push up a little bit and popped it over top. It was a good kick, that's for sure.
Well, beautiful conditions here in Napier. Of course, the home crowd really hoping that Napier are able to convert this Jubilee weekend into success here in the Super 8. With Palmerston North will come buoyed from that victory last week. But as I say, wanting to upset the apple cart here. It's 12-10, 25 minutes or thereabouts gone. Tries to Curran. Odenryan as well. And we're crediting that with Miene for now for the 12-10 scoreline. You can change that later mid-F. Eh? If one of the gaffers come up and say, hey.
Yeah, Coles, we wanted to make sure that Harmeni goes over, get the points, push them out a little bit.
And so there's a good vibe. I was downtown eating pizza last night and bumped into Stu Forster and also Richard Turner, a couple of proud ex-students. They said it was a wonderful meet and greet evening last night. They've got a formal dinner. Now that, I guess, would have been expected to go over. So a little bit of a surprise scoreline stays the same though, 12-10. And that's a mihi ka koutou katoa kia ora. Mo tautoko, kia pawhakata Māori, tēnei wā, te kemu nunui. First 15 rugby Super 8s. Ko Dale husband tēnei, nei rata mihi. Kai kōrero, i tēnei taha, Mena Baker. And that one out as well. So a couple of little faux pas at the moment, Mena.
Yeah, they're just creeping in. This is a tight game. There's a lot of action in here as well. And there's a lot of pressure on this space as well. They are playing a high-risk, high-reward kind of game. And that's the reason why these little mistakes come in. But this is a fantastic sort of opportunity for Palmerston boys. They look as though they've got O'Connor on the right-hand side and Carpenter on the left to attack from here. Great platform. Absolutely fantastic platform.
That's all set up for them, isn't it? This Kuru 1700 Tauira. Proud rugby tradition. Up to go down the left side. Nice ball through the right of Crosswell. Crosswell holds it up, sets it up. They come back to the other side. And there's the crossfield kick. Who's home to take the ball? Lovely take.
Yeah, that's a mark there. So great sort of read there from the winger, and he just knew he had to make the mark.
So we'll send it back and just settle things down. That one is out, looking for the fast start. That's exactly what's delivered as Carpenter goes right across field, coast to coast with the ball.
And this is what they're noted for, is coast to coast, getting it wide, making other teams run on their defence.
And they'll get the scrum feed as well. So fortune favours the bold. And it is bold, isn't it? This coast-to-coast style that we're seeing, expansive style from Palmerston North High. It's been working for them. And let's wait and see whether they maintain it right throughout the game or perhaps tactically alter just slightly as they utilise their bench more in the second half, where they might come in a little bit tighter. But right now, about to pack the scrum just a couple of metres inside enemy territory.
Yeah, the Nonoki has been really well for Palmerston, but also, Palmerston's using the whana as well, the kick, and making sure they're kicking into those corners and really making the defence stretch.
Amihi. And here, straight downtown, through the hands and towards touch. So they'll get another opportunity, Palmerston North here, with the line-out feed. On the 22, the Rutiko Marua.
Yeah, they'll be looking for a good platform off the line out here, making sure the Rarangi ki Wānoa is straight. And off the top here, I'm thinking, and straight to the backs.
There's the skipper, Odenryan, who puts it forward. That it will favour Napier initially. In fact, the scrum will be set here because it wasn't straight. Bit of a breather here. It's been played at a pretty heavy pace. Here as we approach the half-hour mark. We were always anticipating this would be a close tussle. So there's plenty of good football still to come. Hope you're able to stay with us right throughout the course of the match. 35-minute halves here to determine this round 2 clash of Super 8 action coming to you live across Māori Active. This new platform celebrating rangatahi sport, and have a look at Palmerston North who really get it going. The skipper's got hold of it, Ratcliffe. We'll just settle it down now. Look for his forwards to muscle up around him. Safety first, down the left edge. Tough on the winger who's come in, but he does well. Sets it up nicely here for the home team. Napier grinding their way forward at the moment with the big units starting to put some sting into their attitude as Russell launches it. The chase is on. Big clash. Ball's gone down, and the referee says, Napier, you'll get another chance with it.
Yeah, Russell with a Miharo Whanau, a great kick there, nice and high, pinpoint accuracy, great chase here from the winger as well, putting a lot of pressure on O'Connor, and that's what rugby's all about, putting the pressure on when it counts.
Good to see the support here of Caltex, Bailey's, other organisations who recognise that it's absolutely vital that we invest in young people's sporting futures. And so big ups to them for the tautoko that they're providing and the coverage and indeed the staging of these clashes. Comes with costs. You know, in days of old, you'd go out of town and then you'd be billeted by teams, but that's not really on with the COVID situation, and so you're looking at accommodation costs that maybe weren't part of the interregional scene of yesteryear.
Yeah, Pumps' Nonoki is also... Oh, look at that.
Beautiful slicing run here from Napier boys, setting it up, but also some decent D from Coles. The fullback here for Palmerston North has had a strong game here this afternoon, but the momentum here now still with Napier. They can control the football. To Vita Whakao. In fact, to Jared Martin, my apologies, it's Martin who takes it forward just outside the Rutiko Maurua. And still with an opportunity, and there he is again. DeVita, tap, go, door opens, splits them wide, good running, clever play. Joel Russell getting the stage set once again for Napier. Out it comes to Ratcliffe, turns it back on the inside, looking to maintain possession. They can be conservative in their play at the moment, but the roll-on is vital. Napier really starting to pummel them, but an error just a metre and a half out will turn the football over, and it's Palmerston North who'll survive the raid, although there's still pressure on at the back. That one won't find touch either, and still, Napier, I thought we're having another go at it, but we'll go back to the Kawawao and Sheldon. He didn't fight, did he?
Yeah, Brown takes it off from the scrum to the ruck area there, and it just pops out on there, a bit of a knock on. But Odin Ryan was really active in that phases of play. Got in there, up front, smashing anything that came near him.
He's had a good game, hasn't he, Tyrone? Eli, Odin Ryan. Yep. He's been good, all right. This is the skipper for Palmerston North. So, right in front of the post. And look at the effort that's been put in the drive from Napier boys. Business.
Oh, that Nonoki was that was Miharo, all right. They just put the pressure on them straight away, squeezed those props together and just linked up.
Well, the Whakamua, both teams, front rows, really wanted to make their presence felt. The big guys up front too. They want bragging rights at the back end of the game, irrespective of the result on the scoreline. They want to know that they had their equal or better of their opposing Po Whakamua. So it's back to Palmerston North, who send the ball downtown. It's a very good clearance kick as well.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. They have got an amazing kicking game here. I've been really impressed with the whānau It's been pretty accurate. It's been very good. It's been used as an attacking weapon as well.
Yeah, some good kicking coming in through the course of the day. Now, Mede, obviously this is tight here, 12-10. We've just got a minute and a half. What are you expecting here with the approach? Looking at the clock, looking at the scoreboard here, and knowing that Napier have ball in hand.
Yeah, go straight to the centre. It looks like go first. Put a ruck there. Oh, they've just turned it over, so that's now going to be Palmerston's ball.
Well, the crowd are liking the contest. Why wouldn't they here in the 150th Jubilee weekend? Downtown they come. Not a lot of down for the chase, but the ball beats everyone into touch. He's had a good game down there, Tage O'Connor. Down the right edge here for Palmerston North. Really nothing to separate them as well. We've got two tries apiece. No, one try to Palmerston North Road and Ryan, my apologies. And of course a penalty. But it's been an entertaining clash here between these two squads of young talents. And here's the guy who led the haka, Tyrone Crystal.
Yeah, the Rarangi ki Waho at the moment, they probably just need a little bit to tighten it up a little bit on both sides. But that's gone right down to the back.
Palmerston North getting in. Napier protecting the ball. Protecting the ball. To the back and onto the boot of Thomas. It looks to pick it up, and that was a beautiful take down the right edge, and still a chase, but it beats everyone into touch. Class effort there from CJ Miene. Skillful take.
Oh, absolutely. That's total skill, isn't it? He's just got up there and got the speed of it. Here's a high kick as well to get into the back of the defence.
You're watching Māori Active as you come to the end of the first half. Not too far away here in the Super 8 clash. Napier and Palmerston North boys high. Well, CJ Miene down the right, he's done some wonderful things. And that take and the kick, if it hadn't stayed in the field of play, he gave himself a chance on the chase. So some really great efforts here from these young footy players. Enjoying their afternoon here. Why wouldn't they? The intensity of it undeniable here. Two proud schools, 150 years for Napier, 120 for Palmerston North. Now going the expansive line again. And there's the pop pass off the head and streaking away with its Tage O'Connor. But the Kaiwawao says that there was an error, and so they're backing up here, but almost came off the manga there.
Oh, yeah, look at that. He's just putting the speed on there, making sure he gets behind the defence. Looks for the flick past the Sonny Bill. And O'Connor was up for it as well, but just forward.
Well, that ball bounced off the lemon, and so almost a bit of a chance there as we come all the way back up the other end of the field. Māori Active, the kaupapa. Hope you're able to join us to celebrate rangatahi sport. Plenty in the months and years ahead. So the ball again is with Napier, and they're setting themselves a stage to work from. The forwards are in control here, the driver's on. The ball eventually goes to ground, and it's the old use it or lose it. Kaupapa stepping in now, but they're still in control of it. So it's Russell. Nice little effort here from Kathawong. Sammy with the ball and still in control. Napier threatening. We know they're good down the right edge, threading the needle where it's picked up there at the back by Tyler Edwards, who wisely kicks to the far side of the field. And the referee brings down the curtain on that first half. It's been an entertaining first half of rugby. I hope you're enjoying the action here of Whakata Māori. But at the halftime break, it is the home team who lead here. Napier 12, Palmerston North 10.
Yeah, what an awesome first half.
It was an awesome first half to Palmerston North and Napier going head to head. There's not much in it at the moment, but we'll take a break. We'll come back to you with the tries and the scoring action through that first 35 minutes. Halftime break here, Napier 12 and Palmerston North boys 10.
Running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.
Master of the graphic.
Kia ora noi e Tiwi, welcome back. We're at Napier Boys High School. It's the 150th Jubilee. And that's a mihi kia koutou katoa kia ora manakitanga ke te kaupapa tākoro e tēnei wā half-time here. And these two schools doing battle. They've done it many times before. But at the break, just 2 points splits them. Joining us this afternoon, Mere Baker. Mere, some interesting play and some really ambitious and inventive play from both squads during that first half, but it was Curran's scintillating run that got us underway on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. Just pressed it up in the midfield there and tedded it all the way down to the post.
He was on fire, wasn't he? And that was really after just 5 or 6 minutes. A clever piece of play here. See the combination. This is Odin Ryan, the skipper. Bang, straight back. And caught them unawares, off guard. In fact, schooled him really from close range. Now this try we're crediting with CJ Miene out wide. I'm thinking that that's him. He dives for the corner. Have a look here. Little feint to the left. We tell a lie. We think it's Sam now. So we'll change that on our list. This is Sam Kanavong, who is the vice captain of Napier. Yeah, I think you're right there, sis. But Miene's done some wonderful work too, including a superb take of the big funner earlier on. So still the intensity is here as we're about to get underway. Just 5-minute half-time break here. I know you're not allowed to bet on these games, but who are you thinking might come away with this one today?
Oh, look, I think they've got some really good kaupapa on both teams. You know, the superpower for Napier, Sky Blue Brotherhood, and they support each other. in Palmerston. They've got some kaupapas around enjoyment, learn something and come back for next year. So to me, they've got good cultures in both teams. They've got brotherhoods. They've got looking after each other, and they've got the kaupapa of rugby. So at the moment, probably Palmerston North have been the most aggressive on attack. They've been kicking, they've been game management, they've been popping it back into the 22 and putting some real pressure on Napier.
Well, wind-wise out here at Napier today, not much to speak of, to be honest. If anything, perhaps a slight easterly. So it's not really favouring either team, and sometimes considering down these ways can be very gusty. We've been treated to a pretty decent afternoon. Of course, it might rain a little later in the afternoon, but I think we should be right for the rest of the clash. So the kick-off now, and it's Palmerston North in possession. We'll see the changes and the utilisation of the bench, no doubt a bit more here in the second half, as another big kick, big funner is trying to create an opportunity. Chase on down here, and of course the home team have to be on their game as Palmerston North look full of intent as we get underway here in the second half. I'm sure that the old boys of yesteryear will be enjoying the action here, obviously wanting a win from Napier. Palmerston North, as mentioned, come off the back of a good win last week, and there's a nice pickup from Carpenter, showing some brilliant footwork as well. Steadies himself, settles just outside the Rutako Marua. Back it comes to the big number one, Liuave. He's to ground. In fact, he's held up. Manages to deliver pretty well here. Palmerston North still in control. The back rower, Sturmey, has it now. He'll take it inside the 22 as they try to work their magic. At Palmerston North, talking about magic, almost put the mocker on the receiver of the football. And now it's Napier who steady the ship. And push downtown, Mede.
Yeah, the Ngākawa Whakamua did really well there and turned it over, but it looks as though, can't really see the referees, it's going to be a knock-on there for Napier in the Rutako Marua. And, this is a defensive place to be in for Napier. If they can exit really well in here, get the ball in behind Palmerston North and try and get forward down the paddock, they may be able to defend it as well.
Knock on whakataka. You'll hear that term as we all go through the Reo Māori sporting ride together. But, both Mede and I sort of at Te Timata of our Reo Māori journeys. There'll be others who'll contribute with commentary, no doubt. All fluent, but hey, we're all on the ride together, all heading to the same place, just the vehicles going at a different pace. Here we go, though. The run is good. Is that Prouting? Another ball now with Thomas. He's been exceptional today for the home team. A little bit of soccer skills on the far side. This is Curran. Once again, love to see him with some more space. Curran, the ball goes to ground and it'll be a knock-on. And it'll be the visitors who'll get the scrum feed. Yeah, the combination here between Curran, Thomas and the vice-captain has been something quite special here this afternoon, and if they come away with the victory, wouldn't be at all surprised if it will be at the hands of one of those three young men.
Oh, we look like we're getting some substitutions here.
I'm not surprised, it's been pretty heavy work there.
Well, E.T. is going to the bench, having a big spell. Oh, there's a few coming on, actually. Russell looks like he's going into the second five.
Number 20 comes in. This is Corey Burkett making his way into the scrum. So some significant changes here by coach Brendan Radcliffe.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Palmerston North, Nonuki. They've been really tight in that forwards and really putting the pressure on Napier boys high.
There's the scrum feed, controlling it at the back. Putting it over at the half volley pickup is clever. So's that retention of the football. Ryder Crosswell manages to do well for Palmerston North. Now it's Eli Edwards-Martin. Flicked across from Edwards. To the back over it comes from Liam O'Connor. Picking it up here. Eventually George Prouting has just come on. But another chance to set the scrum and have the scrum feed about 27 metres out from the try line here. And it's Palmerston North. But some really good work out wide from both teams. They find themselves with an opportunity to play and set themselves up for a tilt at the line. The number 20 is Josh Langridge, who'll come in to feed the scrum.
Yeah, it's a great return here. The centre put a Whananoku in there. And then just really just good continuity from Palmerston North.
The old Whananoku, eh, Mene? The old grubber kick, eh? Here we go. Well, this is an errant pass. And Napier will want to pounce here. Pressure on. Carpenter under the pump. Still with the football, though. Close to the sideline. Sturmey gets it to the fullback Coles, and now looking for a hold shot. This is a good run from Odenrine. He's always looking for that one-handed offload, the skipper. He's used it to good effect so far in the game. This time it doesn't come up for him. Why not? There's a chance for Napier. Will they settle it down or try an attacking raid from close range? This is Tuli Faleva. As the replacements get in there, Burkett now. The scrum half duties for the home team. 12-10 still the scoreline. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Well, they won't care if they win by a big margin or a small one. The fact is that Napier are crawling their way towards success. They don't want to let their supporters down. Those have come 150 years of a school so proud, and look at the run here. Well, that was smart work as Luke Thomas would hear footsteps down the corridor. Slid down to settle things down.
Yeah, the continuity here for Napier has been really good. They've withheld the ball, started playing with the phases. This is the first kick they've done in 6 phases.
Well, that's a brave take too. Coming in powerfully, Sam Coles. He's had a good game, the fullback here for Palmerston North. The other half volley pickup, that also was skillful. Over the top they come, trying to create some opportunity. Decent run here from Edwards-Martin. And support coming in, flying in fact, from Carpenter. He's had a superb game to the number 10 today.
Yeah, Napier turned it over. It just popped out there, and good rucking by the forwards there. Some quick phases as well from Napier.
Well, they're trying every trick in the book, both teams at the moment. That kick is good, just outside the 22. Thinking about the quick restart for Carpenter. And there's the Rilohanga as well, the turnover. Good run down the left edge as well for Edwards-Martin. He's put together some good work. I've been really impressed with Carpenter. His agility, his physicality, gets around the field quick and smart, got a good brain on him. And he's been one of the feature players here for Palmerston North.
Yeah, Odin Ryan, he'll need a good Rarangi ki waho, but it looks like they're going to be another substitution here.
So,
Stabblecorn has gone to the bench.
Yeah, Stabblecorn's been pretty efficient with his work here this afternoon. In fact, it's been a really good game, hasn't it? I mean, really hard-fought contest. Why wouldn't it be, though? Good run here from Tyrone Crystal. Coming in at the back to wrap him up as Language with fresh legs on, too, for Palmerston North. And here's a penalty right in front of the posts. They're already up by 2. And a chance to extend that. A few harm in it. And should be pretty straightforward, 3 points. And that's the way that they read it. Okay, well, let's do some summations now as well. Our players to impress for you on both sides, please, Mede.
Yeah, look, I feel as though the momentum shifted a little bit with Napier boys. Their forward pack is doing the mahi, you know. Crystal is taking them forward, and Here comes the line out. Here's Crystal again, absolutely pelting it forward, gets the metres, powerful, takes that big knock up there, which leads to the penalty. But he's been a standout for me. He's been going forward. He's been getting over the advantage line and getting that go forward. Ratcliffe as well.
Luke Thomas, pretty straightforward. A few clouds just in front. The Harmonet there, Kapai. And another 3 points, 14-10.
For Palmerston boys, you know, Carpenter and O'Connor have been fantastic. The speed as well, and Odin Ryan as well. Again, good. What he does, what a good hooker does, go forward, defends really well, gets over the advantage line.
I might have to go back to Napier Boys High School because it's obviously 15-10. But, you know.
Oh, there's a penalty for offside here.
It's been played in good spirit, though. You know, some of these guys can get a little feisty too, just at that age. But both teams respectful of each other here at the moment. Look at the crowd that's in here today. Napier boys, their Jubilee. And a big foot out there from Silly Doa.
Yeah, he just returning offside there. Thought he might get away with it, but the referee was just on spot. And they look as though they've chosen to do the Nanuki. They have been impressive with the Nanuki. They've gone forward every time. So we'll see if Napier boys can battle up front as well.
So it's Josh Language to feed the scrum. Sturmey's done some good work. He's got the ball in hand at the moment, the hooker. Today's the YT Kape. These terminologies you get used to through the course of our coverage. Māori Active is not just a one-off. It's a kaupapa that whakata Māori are right behind, as we all should be too, because there's such a huge drop-off once our rangatahi leave school in their participation in sport. And it's so vital for our communities that we continue, not just for the health benefits, but also the way that it can be such a weaving together of aspects that create our communities. Nice work out the other side. It's Tage O'Connor. O'Connor to ground, and through the hands they come. Beautiful, ambitious passing. Out now to Odin Ryan, the skipper, keeps the ball alive. Down underneath comes Love Miller. Good play here. Palmerston North. Might be down on the scoreboard, but certainly not down at heart. To the back comes, and Sam Coles has been one of their best today. Sam Coles looking to get that little offload still on too. Well, what about this play? Quinn Sturmey. Well, that was gold. And Palmerston North High really turned it on down the right edge. And a brilliant try will level things up with a kick to come.
Yeah, what an awesome continuity there. Coles up here, just gets on the left foot on here, gets his arms free, he's looking around for a support, and there he is, just it comes off the head of the player, and O'Connor again, big left foot, nice little round the back of the pass to Sturmey, and a fantastic try.
Piro.
Piro.
Tino Piro.
Tino Piro.
E te tuhine Tino Piro. Ka pai. Well, hey, it was similar to what happened down the left edge here, wasn't it? With the offload of the of the lemon, the melon, the mahanga, you can call it what you like, but down the right edge looked good. Let's pay some tribute though to Sturmey. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? The back rower, the big number 8. He's had a good game here.
Yeah, he's been around the park. He's making sure he's got that roles and responsibility of being the good support player that he's been as well. I was just about to talk about Palmerston really need to make sure that they hit the line because they're going too far back on the attack. But then, look what they do. They come up with getting wide, getting in behind the defence, and all they're doing is support play coming.
Here he is at Sam Coles. Can he take the lead for Palmerston North here? They certainly want to snuff out the birthday candles here for the home team. Big Sammy lines it up. Coming around, Sammy, coming around, but around too much. We are locked up. It's 15 all here. First game of coverage here on Whakata Māori today, Māori Active. 15 all. Great to see, though. I mean, games can blow out, and we were anticipating a neat game this afternoon, and that's what we're witnessing today, Mary Baker.
Yeah, we're absolutely getting a bottler of a game. Both teams have been really aggressive. Napier are using their forwards to go forward and getting the phases, and Palmerston North are just running around them. They're just moving that ball and just making sure those passes are nice and long.
Well, this one looks like it could go down to the wire, and that's the way we like it here. Good close tussles, played in good spirit, skillful play, launching it as well as Langridge. He's wanting to make an impact since coming on to the field late. This is out to Augustine on the far side of the field, but he's bundled into touch. So hats off to the Palmerston North defenders who are up on him quickly.
Yeah, and guess who that was? Odin Ryan again is getting around the park, and we're looking for a good rangireiki waho. Nice, get the line out nice and high, straight, get that platform.
Good take here, and it's put down by Liam Powell. Now working it, look at the long passing here. Beautiful long pass. It's been a feature of the game here this afternoon. This is Edwards Martin. Can he keep it in for Coles? Well, not really. But the long passing game has been pretty neat.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I just want to highlight here, Crystal Cottrell, ex-Blackfern, is a touchline judge out there. So it's good to see females out there giving back to the game as well.
And so there should be, Mene, in every aspect of the game, Mene.
Every aspect of the game.
The Makaroa, this is the one. We've seen plenty of it here today. This is the long pass. And while the short pass, keep it contained, obviously, in tight situations, are understandable. When there's some opportunity to give it air, these young guys are giving it air, and we love that. Out to Coles. He's been good today, Coles. And that pass, yeah, I thought it might have been called forward. And the Kawa Sheldon, Eden Fate, and he's had a good game this afternoon. His touchy picked it up. It's probably a Wahine picked it up as well, yeah, Minnie.
She probably did as well. There it is there. Cole's just given the pass there in front was Powell. So just a little bit in front, not much. But again, that's the laws, isn't it? The Makaroa, again, the long pass has been fantastic by Palmerston boys.
Hey, I really like the way that they roll, these two teams. They're having a dig, and that's really what footy's all about, isn't it? Do your very best out there, acknowledge your opponents. And what is it? A humble in victory, gracious in defeat.
What I'm really enjoying is that they both play differently, and they're sticking to who they are. Napier boys are sticking to their phases, and Palmerston boys are just electrify. They're just throwing everything, high risk, high reward.
I love it. And, you spoke to the coaches pre-game, and really what they suggested as a style, a two-word description of style, is playing out. One's tight, built on the forwards, and here's the ball. It's a turnover as well, and now Palmerston North trying to get on a roll. So one team's dominating through the middle, and the other is prepared to use the old Makaroa, eh?
Yeah, look at over here. Great defence here from Palmerston boys. And, they're pushing them really hard, looking for the mistake. And there it is. They give them the nonoki. But also, they're in the Rua Te Kaumaroa. In the 22, this is a perfect opportunity to attack.
I've been liking Langridge's work. He's just come on. This is him feeding the scrum. And Taitalai is also in the mix. So the utilisation of the bench is really starting to show itself now. And clever and smart management and game management from the sidelines from both teams. Locked up, 15 all in there. Commentators Mocha now kicked downfield. Look at the chase coming on from the Sky Blues. It's reined in there by Tage O'Connor, who gets hold of it, then gets the ball out the back. It's still a goer here because the advantage is with the home team. They want to control the football. They've got it here now. That ball was tough to take, but also skillfully contained. And now the big men come into action. This time it's Tuli Faleiva. And to the back, now looking for the touchline on the far side. There's plenty of chasers at the back and pressure. The flick back on the inside, but I think the ball went forward. No, the referee's okay with that. Shunting, and Grundy goes Lave Miller. He's to ground now. Palmerston North, 53 gone, 15 apiece. You're watching Māori Active here in Whakata Māori. This is Super 8 Rugby. Just as you'd hope on the 150th Jubilee for Napier boys high school, a tough and tight tussle. If you can excuse that piece of alliteration. Here it comes down to the back and inside. There's another big kick.
Yeah, that's fantastic for the
old Whanatete, the big high one.
But I tell you what, that's fantastic play by Palmerston North. Not only did they win the drive back, or the whana, the kicking back and forth, they also made sure that they got the ball back in the Rarangi ki Waho when the line out. So they have won that by territory.
Well, here's the line out, and Eli Odenrine. He's going to play a trick with us this time. No, he's not. But it's worked off nicely. And Langridge gets hold of the ball. Steaming run out wide from Miller. He's to ground now, just setting it up. They'll have a look. To the back they come. This guy's been deadly. This is Edwards Martin. Over the top finds Odenrine once again. And Odenrine fancies himself. He puts the grubber kick through. This one, still a chance here for Palmerston North. As you can see, the try line's just in front of them. They'll want to control the football. Here it comes, beautiful, passing through the line to ground goes O'Connor. They wrap around him now. It's Langridge out to the right-hand side. Angled run from Coles back into the heat of the action to Mura o Te Ahi. And it's a penalty here for Palmerston North.
Yeah, that's a well-earned harmony. You know, they were working that. They worked left to right. Odenrine again looking as though that he's going to break free. And what an absolute great phase of play.
I've really enjoyed Cole's play today. Look at him, his willingness to go straight into the engine room. And he always had the advantage here. Some great play from Odenrine. You know, that could have been a try for himself very easily.
Yeah, he put the whananuku in there, didn't he? He's just like put it in behind. Great for a hooker to have that skill set as well. Just pushing the whananuku in the background there and really putting pressure on the defence.
Well, he's an unpredictable player, isn't he? Odenrine, the skipper. And maybe that's the reason he's got the C beside his name. Willing to fancies his own chances. And that time the grubber could easily have come off with a try. But Sam Coles has been an outstanding contributor here this afternoon. And once again, off the tee from close range, we see Palmerston North Boys High School kick out to a 3-point lead. There's plenty of time left here. But they're certainly making life difficult for the party hosts. And they might not be invited back to the next party in 150 years' time.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying Miller, who's just come on in. He's in the back line. He punches that line, just comes on it with speed, and he's got the power as well, so he gets an advantage line. It's just great to see it.
So now, Palmerston North, well, they changed their attitude now that they're in front as Quinn Sturmey gets them in good field position. Louvet is at the back. I've been impressed too with Langridge since he's come onto the field. He launches a big one as well. The take is superb from O'Connor. Goes to ground now, needing to control it here, and they have achieved that. Langridge, chip over the top, looking for the chip. And the regather, but a little setback there. Oh, it was ambitious there from Carpenter. I think it was looking for the chip and regather. But as we say, fortune favours the bold. You're not going to get it right all the time, but every now and then it comes off. Do you think it was a high percentage play here and something you would have done?
Well, I probably would have done that as well. It's in the halfway. He's looking to be expansive. He just didn't get high enough on his chip kick. Didn't get underneath the ball. And if he put a little bit higher, it probably would have come off.
If you've just joined us, you're watching Whakata Māori. Mere Baker with us today. Mere, of course, proudly represented our country, both as a Kiwi Fern with the Rugby League code and also sevens in rugby. Long time overseas, 10 years working with different teams, nations, improving their skill set so they can come and beat us. Is that right, Mere?
Well...
No, not really. You kept some secrets, I hope, into doing it.
Oh, yeah. You know, the Black Ferns are one of the amazing teams in the world, but they're going to have a good contest at the World Cup.
Yeah, won't they? It's going to be one awesome contest. Look at this. Hey, smart act. Magic work. Skillful play for Fletcher Carpenter, but he leaves the ball behind, and therefore his squad vulnerable. He's done some good work, though, Fletcher Carpenter. It's been a turnover, though. Napier have got it as Burkett gets hold of the ball. Bullets the pass. Beautiful pass. Bit of a door opening here. Lovely follow through as well, but he's been called back, George Prouting.
Yeah, that was great facet of play, wasn't it?
The old forward pass to Maka Whakamua.
Yeah, just unusual. Just what do we got here? Look at the skill, though. Oh, tippy toes on the line. Gives him some depth. And the big left foot as well.
Tippy toes on the line, eh, sister? I think that's a fair description of what just occurred. I think we might have to put him into, Dancing with the Stars.
Yep. And we're back to a nookie.
There we go. Young fella's been good today. That's Sammy Coles. Nice take. Well, they've got half an eye on the clock now. We come up towards 10 minutes shortly. Nice play down the left side here for the home team. Back on the inside. This is Curran. We know he's got wheels, but this time he's got barreled out across the touchline on the far side of the field. Scoreline remains 18-15.
Yeah, that was great defence coming across there. They just made sure that they double-teamed him, put him over the line. This is where our set piece is crucial. We need to make sure that we get that platform. Palmerston boys will be watching that. It'll be just straight up and straight off.
So Napier, one possession, can they get it? The climb is good from Powell and secures the football for Papaioru. Here's the kick off Langridge. The take is skillful, nicely read as well, because the chase had to wait for him to land and then barreled him, but they've still got the ball. The Sky Blues, the home team, they're down by 3. Pushing forward across the halfway line they come. Every inch important here in the last 10 minutes of action. Over the top with the rainbow ball. Here's the kick and downtown, but it finds its way down the right edge and into touch.
Yeah, another Makaroa as well was pretty good. Nice long pass in there and the kick in behind. Put some pressure on here for Palmerston North to really make sure that that line out is accuracy right here. It's crucial.
I've been really impressed here with Eli. He's had a good game today. That's him right in front of us there. Young guy with a good footballing brain. Good leadership qualities as we look here at the tools that they'll utilise in this line out. Over the top, smart. But hey.
Penalty obstruction there. Ball wasn't available for the defensive team, so they couldn't attack it. And so that's the penalty there. The how many?
Well, 3 points is all that split these two teams here in our first full match coverage of the Super 8 competition.
Sorry. That is that the player wasn't bound to another player. So that was the penalty there. So the attacker has to bind themselves to another player, and they didn't do that. So that's what the penalty was there. Sorry.
Yama here to Tuhine. 16 with the throws, one, Ross. Now, Napier, good zone. Right where they want to be. Let's follow them through with the grunt work through the big men. Still close to the line. The Sky Blues wrap around the man with the ball. Hard to tell who's got it at the moment. We'll keep you posted as soon as we can ID them. What we know is that they're working as a team here and they're making life tough for the visitors. Here's another penalty.
Oh, there's a little bit of a scuffle there. But, you know, the Kauri, the Rugby area has been really good for both teams. It's been quick and they're just trying to get the continuity and the phases. So Napier boys did really well to hold that phase.
Well, the crowd here are just anticipating what might be. They're hoping that Napier will get across the line right here, right now. 18-15, just on 7 to play. It's been a tight tussle here this afternoon. Befitting of a clash between two proud kura.
I'd say Napier, yeah, they're going to look for their Rangi Ki Waho. Oh, right at the front.
So, here they go to ground now. It's Napier working hard to protect the football. Hasn't been turned over. It looks as though there's big work coming in from the visitors, Palmerston North. No, but it's still with the Sky Blues. They have it here. You can see the ball right in front of you, Ehoma. And a scrum feed to the home team.
Yep, sort of just stopped there, so they're going back in there. Bodies coming through the gate there, which is really good. No offsides or anything. But no advantage going forward or anything, so they're back to the Nonoki.
Packing up the scrum once again. He's had a good game today, hasn't he, the Kawabau? Mr. Eden Faitiri.
Yeah, I think he's refereed what he's seen, and he's been really active, been up with the play, and it's been a good game to watch, hasn't it?
It's had some flow about it too, and now some intensity as we come down to the last 5.5 minutes. Here's the big push coming in from Palmerston North boys. Burkett at the scrum base, feeds it quickly. There's another expansive ball, but it's just been knocked down. I thought for a moment it was through. Curran on the double around on the far side here. Getting in there, Burkett calling for the ball, the big men. Decide to just straighten the run. The angles are good. They're still alive. The big number 5 is with it now, August Prouting. Now around the outside. Great little run here from the number 10, Thomas. And Thomas setting them up right in front to the Po they head this time around. Stay with us here, Hormar. What a conclusion we're going to see here. You get the feeling it's all on, and look at the D. Still there for Curran. Steps back on the inside. Who's there? It's Odin Ryan, the skipper. And down is Tague O'Connor. He took a big whack that time around. They'll get it down the short side into the hands of Thomas. Thomas back. Spun around. Still 5 metres out from the try line. Well, working hard now, the home team. Down by 3 and a chance to really snatch it if they can get across the line and pick up a conversion as well. Gee, there's some intensity going on here and the tough stuff through the middle. They're close. They can smell the chalk. Here they come. Still for the line, and just denied by a couple of inches or millimetres, really, if you go back to the metrics. Close. Can't see what's going on with the referees, and he says, boys, I can't quite work it out. Let's back it up and have another dig.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that great? They're just in the base of the ruck there, and they're just trying to make sure they get every inch of this. It's been absolutely powerful work by the forwards there.
They've been working hard, the big boys, the Kaiwhakamua. Gee, I thought the try was coming in then, Mede. I really did.
Well, O'Connor had to shut it down, and he did a great job there because there was a 2v1 on the outside, and that would have been the try time and game over. But they stood out. The defence is absolutely miharo.
Oh, I tell you, it's been really cool, hasn't it? It's been really cool. And, of course, I really thought that they were going to cross in. Let's have another look at aspects of it because they started peppering in. Look at this tackle. Comes on in. I thought it sort of wasted the opportunity, but Tague O'Connor, as you can see, he's dusty in the back play. And then there was that grind forward where I really thought that Palmerston North would break, but they didn't, did they?
Yeah, O'Connor had to shut that down because they were looking for the maka hopo. And so if that was catch and pass coming in, there would have been daylight. There would have been a try straight away.
Well, it was a try-saving tackle, and
Absolutely.
it could be a game-saving tackle. We'll wait and see. As you can see, the clock up there, that's indicative, but not necessarily accurate. If you can follow what I'm saying here, because we're reliant on the timekeeper on the other side. This is to keep you an idea of where we're at. But our clock is not the timekeeper's clock. Just bear that in mind. We'll be riding close, but it'll be up to them to call the curtain call, if you know what I mean.
I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of scrums here in Nonukis, and they'd be tired out there, that forward pack. This is the most important Nonuki of the game.
So this is the Tino scrum. Here they come from the Tino scrum, and they head towards the line. Napier on the drive. Have a look at them. Hard to split. There's the ball, though. They know what they're doing now, the home team. They need to get across the line, and they have another go. Palmerston North, hats off to you, young men. They know of the threat. Here's the big guys. He can't get there either. Well, Palmerston North grinding their way through. in defence, as well as the sky blue team having a go. But will it be done out wide? We'll soon see. As the ball is laid back 6 metres out from the try line. Now steadying up through the middle. Here they come again, August Prouty. He has another go as well. He set the ball up nicely. At the back is Burkett. He'll punch it out to the left. And there, just a shepherd. Oh, is that okay? Is that okay? Luke Thomas? No, the referee says, and quite rightly so. Look at the young fellas in the background. They said, ref, go to OPSM. But I'm with the ref's call that time around.
Oh, it looks like it's Napier boys' high penalty here.
Oh, that was the advantage from way back there.
Yeah, here it goes again. Looks as though it looks like it's a shepherd there, but the referee is giving the advantage for Napier boys. Well.
3 holes to dig, as they say. Let's get underway then. On the far side, still the throw, and gee. Oh, it makes me laugh, really, too, when you got these guys grinding away like that, both on attack and defence. Here we go again. It's like deja vu. It's like a carbon copy. Here they come again at the line, Napier. It's their 150th anniversary. They want to win this one. Release the ball! Release the ball! And over the line they go, and then repelled at the last moment. Well, tell me about it, Palmerston North.
Oh, wow. Amazing. They've got to be careful here, though. There's a couple of penalties. The referee's probably going to tell them, look, there's too many penalties here for Palmerston North. But look at the replay here. Just gives it Ratcliffe zone. Give me that ball. I'm going to take this forward and I'm going to win this game.
Oh, gee, this is what we like here on Māori television. Māori active, I should call it commentator active. Can't sit still watching at the moment. 18 to 15 is the scoreline. There's going to be injuries. Now, even this plays out in what's going to unfold next as well. Let's have another little look at the intensity on show, both on attack and defence. The big number 8, the skipper, has a go. I thought he was in mid.
Yeah, I thought he was, but great defence underneath there. I think it was the Whakaho, I think it was. He was just underneath there and just turned his body.
Beautiful.
Great skill there, technically as well.
Well, there's a penalty here. As you can see, we're down into the last minute or two. So, would you go for 3 or do you go for the try?
Oh, look, a lot of teams I've been in, if we've got a good kicker, I'll go for the 3. But if we're like, wow, we're probably not so much, it's not guaranteed, go for the line out, get it in there, drive it over line and drive it with the forwards.
And drive the team to victory.
That's right.
Okay, Luke Thomas had a good game today. But that kick out, hey, those guys almost got it with their fingertips. So here we go. This is a very, very important line out. It's been secured here for the home team. Napier now, as all the forwards muscle up, and they'll have to too, because Palmerston North ain't going to lie down. We've seen that already today. Here's the grind. Here they come. The whole team's in there now. It's a wall of blue and white across the line. Let's see if it's there. It's there. Napier Boys High School score. Have a look at these scenes. They can't control the toe weeder from the cooler. They have gone off. And I don't think that's exactly kosher. I think they better get off that field.
Oh, too mecky. Oh, my gosh. How mahora was that? The line out. I told you, straight in the line out, get it up and let those forwards do the work.
I tell you what, no ropes could have stopped those toe weeder. The celebrations were just immense. And the Kaiwawao Eden fighter there says, yes. And in they go, Napier. Look at the elation on the faces of these young men. They had to fight real hard. Is that the end of it all? Well, I think so, but strange things can happen in sport. But, gee, they had to work hard to get across the line there. And what a terrific conclusion. If that's the way this game is to end, well, it's been a celebration of schoolboy rugby. Quite outstanding.
Yeah, the celebration of Whitaporo has been amazing here. Both teams have been contrast as well. Both teams have been electrified in their own way. The Napier boys and the forwards as well. And Palmerston boys, hold your heads up high. Absolutely electric. Probably the most electric game of rugby I've seen in a wee while.
Did they call the guy who scored it? All I saw was a blue hand go down and everyone erupted, but I'm not quite sure who actually was credited with the penal.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Just, fantastic game of rugby.
We'll have a look so we can clarify that. Now, boys, the kahurangi fellas, here we go now. There's the conversion, bringing it around, Slick is. Oh, yeah.
Thomas.
Oh, yeah. He's had a game, hasn't he? He's had a game, and look at this. The eruption as Napier Boys High School beat Palmerston North here. Their 150th Jubilee. And you've been watching the action, and brilliant action it's been here this afternoon from Napier on Māori television's Māori Active Kaupapa. In the end, it is a victory for the home team. And congratulations to Napier Boys High School, who win this one in Napier against Palmerston North Boys High. We're going to take a break. You can enjoy these images for a few moments. When we come back, Mere Baker is going to be talking with the connections from both teams. The dejection evident here for Palmerston North, who played great footy this afternoon. Their skipper Odin Ryan says, it's okay, fellas, we did our best. But Napier come away with the victory here, 22-18.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Kia ora.
Master of the graphic.
Welcome back. There's just a rousing haka from the entire school community to this team from Napier Boys. They knew how important it was that they gave their all here this afternoon. So many of the ex-students of this proud kura are here for the Jubilee weekend. That gave them some inspiration to do their utmost, and it wasn't until the last few seconds where victory was secured. Before that, though, it had been a tit-for-tat event. Back and forward they went, but look at the elation here, and you just couldn't contain the kids who came barreling onto the field. Well, my colleague Mere Baker is in and having a corridor with Max Ratcliffe, who's the captain of the Napier Boys High School First 15.
Oh, I've got Max Ratcliffe here, the captain, and what an amazing spirited game. I thought your forwards were fantastic.
Yes, no, our forwards really, I think we dug deep in those last 5 minutes, definitely. You know, Palmy was, they had their heads up for most of that second half, and I felt that in that last five, our school was behind us, the whole Sky Blue Brotherhood was behind us, and, we really dug deep and got the result that we all wanted in the end, so no, it was great.
Yeah, you talk about the Sky Brotherhood, and it's been a really active culture as part of your team. Can you tell us about that Sky Brotherhood?
I think that's just built on from the tradition that we have at Napier Boys, from our past brothers that have come before us, and that's really lent on and showed through with the result today, so no, it's great.
And you can see that you guys work really hard together in the brotherhood, and you can see it on the field. And what's it like off the field?
Oh, it's exactly the same. We're all together, all working hard, and it just showed really how team orientated we are. So no, it was great.
Yeah, awesome, Gabe, and good luck for the season.
Thank you very much. Cheers, everyone.
Here we go with the Palmerston Boys captain. Absolutely fantastic game. I thought your backline and your personal game was fantastic as well, but your backline is electrifying.
Yeah, no, really proud of the boys today. Put our hearts on the line, and Napier well deserved. But big ups to my boys. We'll go back to training, work harder. But no, I'm really proud.
Yeah, it was an excellent game, right to the death as well. Your defence bodies were coming in as well, and you could see that this game meant a lot to you guys.
Yeah, this game means everything. Probably our biggest game on the calendar, and you can tell by the boys putting their bodies on the line and working for everything. It was good.
Yeah, good luck for the rest of the season, and I can see that you guys are going to do some Tumeki stuff as well.
Sweet, thank you. Have a good one.
Well, kia ora watu e homachi. It's been a great game. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. And please be mindful of how whakata Māori are just positioning this coverage of sport. There's an intensity in our rangatahi sport that is unrivaled. And so we want to capture that and bring that on stage as we encourage our young people to stay involved in sport after they leave school. So highlighting rangatahi sport is part of what whakata Māori is about through our Māori Active platform. It's been a really intriguing battle here today. It was 15-10 at the halftime break, of course, and Napier eventually running out victors 22-18. Hats off as well to Palmerston North Boys High School, who played the game in great spirit, and I'd like to acknowledge too our colleague Mere Baker. It was wonderful to work beside you, Te Tuahine. Well, there are the scenes as the team recognises that they have played strong in this milestone weekend for their kura, the 150th Jubilee of this school. And today they are victors, and as you can see, it means a great deal to them. From me, Dale Husband, and all who were involved in bringing the action to you, including our director Dan and the rest of the team here at Napier Boys High School, we bid you farewell until next time. Nei rā te mi, ka koutou katoa.